Good morning, everybody. And I say morning because here in Stoutland it is 3:47 a.m. as of right now. As they say, sleep is for the weak, and if anybody embodies the opposite of weak, which is strength, it's definitely Akuma from Street Fighter. He is the new hero for the new expansion, the Four Seekers, which just came out. Japan time, baby, and we gotta wake up and we gotta pull some cards because I know you guys are gonna want an Akuma deck guide ASAP. So I'm gonna be pulling for some cards. Everybody gets 10 free packs, but I'm gonna be investing more in that because TEPPEN is my game. So here we go. Things that we want. One thing that's available is Evil Ryu. Things I want things to invest in Akuma. I want good red units. I just want stuff that's good. And the number one card I want to get for sure is Betrayal. Don't know anything else because I haven't gone to look at the website. I'm going to be doing that with a group of people on stream much later today, not at 3:45 in the morning. Going big. I would love a set of 3 Betrayals. So I heard Iowa say that Ed card is pretty good. It's another combo unit with Ascension. Rathalos players will enjoy it. Nero players will enjoy it. Yeah, the commons and uncommons, I'm not super... Ooh. Secret! That is... Oh, that looks tight. Look at that artwork. You see that? Ooh, I like that. I can't wait to see what that is. Ooh, that's the new Crimson Viper, and I know purple's like, purple's so broken right now, and it's a resonate unit that never dies because it comes back to your EX pocket. We'll take a closer look in just a minute, but that's all around it is a good card. I know people didn't want to see purple buffs, but it's a good card. I don't actually know what that card does. Okay, so that's Junie. That 3 MP cost black unit is Junie. And she is basically zombie, but with a better stat spread, in my opinion, and without the revenge. So I actually don't think she's that bad. I think she can be considered for some decks because she gives ramp. I don't remember what that epic is, and I don't know what that epic is. We're gonna have to take a closer look here. Come on, where's them Betrayals at, my dude? How can we let that Akuma ride? Yeah! Betrayal! This card right here, this epic in the middle is Betrayal. I think it's going to have a huge impact on the game, on the meta, because it is a great answer for purple. It's very strong. It feels like a Magic the Gathering card. Okay, so our one secret... Oh, it's Ed! Ed has a secret art. That's actually tight. I actually really like this artwork, which TEPPEN always delivers in the artwork. So here's why he's playable. He's a 3-cost 1/5. He's got combo at base, but he also has Ascension. To explain how Ascension works is it's a lot like tribute summoning in Yu-Gi-Oh!, which is in order to get the ascended status for the unit, you have to play this unit on top of another unit. So you're tributing one of your units to get the souped up version of this one. It can still be played without the ascended status, and even if you do that, he's not that bad. He's kind of like Guile, the red Guile that's 1/6 with combo, just -1 less. So with Ascension and the stats, he's a 2/7 with combo, which is really, really good. This is kind of a Rathalos player's, pipe dream. Nero players to a certain extent if you play Christmas colors. So let's take a look at what else we have. So Betrayal. To explain why it's good, it destroys an enemy unit with an MP cost of 6 or less, and it sends all copies of that unit in your opponent's deck to their graveyard. It's not within negate and counter range from purple. It covers a wide range of units, but not all of them. And it's a great answer for resonates. Like, you throw this on Ibuki and she's gone. She's in the Shadow Realm at this point. This card is incredible. It's really, really good. So I definitely want a set of 3 of those for sure. Lunastra is a 6-cost 2/9 victory. Ooh, another victory. It's victory and explore. Explores for a Hellflare, which does 3 costs to deal 4 damage to all enemy units. Call to battle. It's a 3 MP cost green action. Places 1 green unit from the deck into the EX pocket. Give that unit +1/+1 for each time friendly units have ascended status this battle. It could potentially be good, but Ascended is, there are cards that activate Ascension other than just doing the standard tribute method. That's what I'm just going to call it, the tribute method. It's unclear how playable this will be because it's hard to say, well, how much are you going to be ascending in one match? So we'll just have to see. So here's why Crimson Viper is so good. She's a 6 cost 1/7 combo unit with Resonate. So she's in line with the cost for Ibuki, which is another standard Resonate unit. So she's got combo. Every time you Resonate, that's +1 attack. But the big kicker is when she dies, she goes back to the EX pocket. She never goes away. Barring some very specific circumstances. But the key is this card right here. This is a really bad target for Betrayal. Because they will always get to keep one, and it will always be available to them. So, you know, it's like, purple buffs, you know, why? Everybody hates the way purple is right now. But, you know, at the end of the day, this is a good unit, so it's good to have. This card, Mastery of the Hado, gives a friendly unit with the Ascended status, Death, gain 3 MP. That actually might not be too bad. You know, black... This may mean that, because initial thoughts, at least on my mind, were in order to make Akuma effective, you may need to do it with black-green. But it might not be super necessary because there are options for this with ramp. The other card in particular is Junie. So Junie is a 3 cost 2/5, and when she dies, she gains +1 MP. So she doesn't have the revenge stat that Zombie does, but she has a better stat spread than Zombie, in my opinion. It's unclear which one's going to be better. Like if you're going to want to weave a lot of revenge into Ascension, because it's just hard to say. Low cost units definitely allow you to ascend easier, because ascending like a 5 MP cost unit into another 5 MP cost, you know, it's essentially 10 MP, but you want to weigh the benefits of the stats of what you're going to get. So it's unclear, you know, right now what it is that's really going to be good. Plutonian is a demon, 6 cost 2/8 attacking. If friendly units have had the Ascended status 3 or more times, this battle deals damage to 1 random enemy unit equal to its HP. That actually has the potential to be pretty good. Because it's, you know, it's extra damage, the potential to be explosive. I don't know. There's potential for that card. There's a new guy. He's a 3 cost 2/1. That stat spread is bad. Death gives +2 attack to a random friendly unit. So in another way, I guess I should explain this in terms of Ascension. Ascension also works in the sense that if a unit has a death effect and you use it as a tribute for an Ascension, you get those benefits. So if you play this guy and then you use, let's say, Ed, for example, and Ed is, let's say the guy was the only unit you had on your board. If you have the guy and then you play the Ed, and the guy is the tribute for the Ascension, the +2 attack goes to the Ed, and he becomes quite a bit stronger. So there's potential there for that guy. We'll just have to see. All right, let's keep pulling. 10 more. All right, here we go. Still hoping for Evil Ryu, more Betrayals. Another secret. Ho, ho, ho. 2 epics. Oh, that's that new turtle thing. 2 epics and a secret. It's a good pack. What is it? I don't know what that is. It looks like a tank, but the artwork is cool. We'll have to see. More. There's a legendary. I don't even know what that card is. That's Rose. I don't know what she does. And there's another Urian.
Legendary.
I don't know what that card does either. But I'm hyped for legendaries. We still need 2 more copies of Betrayal, boys, and Evil Ryu. Okay, so this is Huitzel. It is a 6 cost 2/8 machine type. It's shield and anti-air, but it cannot attack. But if you ascend it, it gains +4 attack and loses this unit cannot attack. So it would essentially be a 6 cost. Well, it's not 6 cost really, but which actually with Yawn it may not matter, because the thing is Yawn will be activated from tribute summoning with Ascension. So there could actually be some benefit to this. I don't know. The artwork's cool. Okay, our 2 legendaries. Oh, I remember this card. Golden Lady Cole of Taroth. So she's a 6 cost 2/8 with Veil and Spillover. Resonate +1. And then when she dies, she adds 2 cards from your deck to your opponent's EX pocket. This is actually a neat way to balance out a Resonate deck. Because there's a drawback to it, whereas this card has the potential to be ridiculous because it's only 6 cost, it's a 2/8, it's got Veil, so it cannot be targeted, it has Spillover, and it's resonating for +1 attack. So, but there's a fair drawback, in the death effect. I still think this will see play, despite that drawback. I still think this card is good. Cruel Game. Randomly destroys units on the field until both you and your opponent have the same number of units. It's kind of like Brawl in Hearthstone, which is a warrior card which throws all the units in and then only one unit lives and it's random. It's kind of like that. So, you know, board clear. So Rose, she's a 4-cost 3/1 with a shield, and on Resonate, she adds 1 action card from your deck to your EX pocket. I like that they're branching out from Resonate and actually adding more interesting effects, because this is more interesting than just like, gains +1 attack, gains +1/+2. You know, this is a little more interesting. I don't know how much I like this card, but I do think it's interesting that they're trying to branch out and make Resonate a little more interesting. Rainy Turdloid was a card that was previewed by one of the streamers earlier this week. So basically it is a 4-cost 1/10, but if you ascend it, it gains +3 attack and spillover. So at base, it's a, you know, at its best, it's a 7-cost 4/10 with spillover, which isn't bad. I mean, that stat spread and the effect is actually pretty decent, so that's something to keep in mind. Okay, so that's the regular version of Huitzel. Goken. So 5-cost 2/8. When played, if this unit in front has the ascended status, he gains +1/+2, so, or +2/+2, excuse me. So it's an anti-ascended card, which is nice to see. Blaze Heatrix. She's a 4-cost 2/4 with flight, ascended, +1/+3. So at best, she is a 7-cost 3/7 with flight. That, I don't know. Urian, when played, if friendly units have had the ascended status 3 or more times this battle, return the unit in front that costs 5 MP or less to the EX pocket. He's 5-cost 3/6. I mean, stat spread's not great, but the effect is really good. It's conditional, so if you draw it early before you've gotten all those ascended statuses, it kind of sucks. But it's the strongest, it's a really strong bounce because it's 5 MP or less, and you get it with the unit. So I actually do think there is potential there for that. Lava Armor. Return 1 enemy unit that costs 3 MP or less to the EX pocket. If friendly units have had the ascended status 3 or more times, instead return any enemy unit to the EX pocket. So that could actually be pretty good. It's more expensive than Demonic Intimidation, but you know, if you hit the ascended status, you're bouncing anything, not just anything below 4 MP cost, like with Demonic Intimidation. So there's potential there. I feel like I'm saying that a lot. There's potential there. There's potential. This is the potential to be really good. Alfred Ashford. He's a 3-cost 1/7. Death. Destroys random enemy unit with an MP cost of 3 or less. Holy crap. That's a good card. It's got a lot of HP. You know, it's low rarity, so it's fairly easy to obtain and craft. And then when it dies, it destroys a random enemy unit with an MP cost of 3 or less. With the potential for Ascension, you're getting units and board clear. This is really good. It's not good against everything, because there are some decks that don't play a lot of low MP cost units. But I mean, in my mind, I mean, you think about Feline that's being played in decks that use a lot of battery, even up against Rathalos, because a lot of their units are cheap. Dual color decks, I mean, this will hurt them. I mean, this card has potential. This is really good. That's one of the better cards that I didn't know anything about. So this is Gate. He's a 3-cost 2/7, which in all honesty, that stat spread for a 3-cost unit is not bad. Because if you think about conditional, one of the better ones for that same MP cost is Lupo, which is a purple card, who, if she meets the condition, she's a 3/8. So 2/7 is not bad. And when you're played sacrificing 2 life, which also isn't bad because black is used to that. But with the potential for Ascension, you know, at best, it's a 6-cost 3/8. So I guess when you look at it that way, it's not as good, but its baseline stats are actually not bad. And the ability to make you sacrifice some life, you know, there could be potential for Nergigante. We'll have to see. Sky's Rebellion, it's an anti-air card, gives -2 attack to an enemy unit with flight, and it's permanent. So that's actually not that bad. I actually kind of like the artwork too. New Jury, 3-cost 2/3. When played, gives -1 attack to the enemy unit in front, and it's permanent. That is permanent. But if ascended status, gets +1/+4. So at best, she is a 6-cost 3/7 with a -1 permanent effect. Permanent decreases to attack are really strong. We're spending all the Zenny. 6 more. Spending all the Zenny. Ooh. Oh, that's the, that card actually has potential. We'll talk about that in just a minute. Ooh, the new Armika. Also has potential. New guy. I actually know what those do. We'll get into that in just a second. We like legendaries, but where's my evil Ryu skin at, dog? Deep down, that's what we really, really want. I want it just so I can rub it in Iowa's face. I mean, if I get past my... Ooh.
Legendary.
Oh, that's that card's... That's a BS card. That's a... I'll probably censor this for YouTube. That card is horse shit. I'll talk about that in just a little bit. It's a good card, but... I wish it didn't exist. Okay. Ceasefire. It's a 2 MP cost legendary action for purple. It locks all empty board slots for 10 seconds. If you have this with Jury, it's almost a guaranteed feng shui engine. It's dumb. It's so stupid. It's like, it's with as good as Resonate in Purple is already, it's like they didn't really need any more tools to lock your opponent out. And yet they gave them a really good one. I wish this card didn't exist. I'll go on the record and say, I wish this card didn't exist. It should not be in the game. It does nothing for balance. Let's talk about this, because I actually like this card. Merciless Destroy Vile is a 3 MP cost 0/3. When played, he gets +1/+1 for each time a friendly black unit have had the Ascended status this battle. So there's potential there, but again, it's going to depend on how much Ascension can you cram in one deck and still make it optimal. So we'll have to see. There's potential for this Armika early on, and here's why. She's a 6 cost 3/1, which isn't good. But when she's played, she increases HP equal to half of your hero's life total. So if she's the first unit you play, she's a 6 cost 3/16, which, you know, I mean, she at that point she's essentially vanilla, but she's a huge beat stick. She's a wall to overcome if you can, you know, give her the tools she needs. Here's another one. I didn't even know this existed. Bangle of Time, 2 MP cost. Lock an opponent's enemy board slot for 10 seconds. Why? Why are they doing this? Japan, I need answers. Oh my gosh. Nosferatu, 4 cost 3/5, Ascended, gives -1 attack to all units except itself. I mean, permanent decrease, and there's a lot of them in this expansion. There's a lot of permanent decreases. We must go deeper, boys and girls. There are still things we have yet to see. Okay, my dudes, I gotta put this on hold because I pulled so many packs and talked about so many cards. If I put this all in one video, it would be like 45 minutes long, and I don't think you guys want to sit there for that long. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop this in half. I'll put up part 2 tomorrow, but I have already started on an Akuma deck for an Akuma deck guide that will come out this week. I'm going to be cranking out content for you guys. Let me know what you guys are pulling, what it is you guys are hoping to pull, because you guys probably didn't wake up as early as me to do this. Take care. I'll see you later.